Und hier geht's auch schon wieder weiter. Ich bin schon sehr gespannt.
You two staying on the bus?
Someone needs to watch the girl. Are you getting off?
This is a precious opportunity to use a toilet that's not on wheels.
I always knew you'd develop a taste for luxury.
Theo went in to pay for the fuel. It'll take some time to charge the bus, so feel free to go inside. But first, if you have a moment, Pax, there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
What's up?
At our last service station stop, I noticed prenatal vitamins on the shelves. Perhaps I'm being tactless by bringing this up, but you and your unborn child would benefit from certain nutrients. I knew you wouldn't want me to bring this up in front of the crew, for your discretion, which I understand is important to you.
Thanks. I appreciate the concern.
I'm glad you didn't take offense. I admit I wasn't certain you wouldn't. I am gaining a greater understanding of emotion as I spend more time as a person.
Also ich muss zugeben, der Schal passt den Roboter viel besser als die Haube, die ich da ausgesucht habe.
Doesn't necessarily mean you wouldn't appreciate the support. I can tell from your body language that you need the restroom. You should go before it's too late.
Danke.
Well, I don't know. Should we get her nuts? What, pretzels? Do kids like pretzels?
Dude, come on. Pretzels are for people over 60 who are dead.
Hi. Do you have a restroom I can use?
Sure, but customers only.
We're customers. That gentleman there is filling up an entire bus. And he's also buying snacks.
Glad to hear it. Thank you for choosing Standard Energy. Here's the key.
Danke.
Make sure to return it afterwards. Have a wonderful day.
Nährstoffe?
Do
Schauen wir
you
mal.
sell prenatal vitamins?
Hey, did you just ask
Supplemental vitamins, you know, like fish oil, B12.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We're all out
Okay,
of vitamins.
thanks. Thanks.
No. Thank you, ma'am.
Dude, come on. Pretzels are for people over 60 who wear dentures.
Find sugar gummy bears with artificial coloring then.
Words keep you safe from harm, don't they? Mine and yours. I hear you in my head, kid. You speak to me, and you're loud. I know you're special, just like that girl. I don't think she's an experiment. I think her mom is a normal. If you ever got hurt, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. He would be heartbroken. He's really looking forward to meeting you. You'll
Boah,
like
ich will
him,
wissen,
kid.
wer der Vater
He's a
ist.
good man. In the meantime, if the fighting makes you scared, you be sure to tell me, okay? As far as Theo's concerned, we're kidnappers. He has a point. It's like Noam said, kids make you vulnerable. Change your priorities. But the girl needs someone to help her. If not us, then the weave. That's what they do. Help anomals. So either we drop her off at the Boulder Library or we bring her all the way to Nova Scotia. I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world if she stuck around. Maybe we should have just cut and run. Those tourists would probably have been fine. Still, if they'd ended up in an interrogation room somewhere, this way, they got away. and we took down another battalion. Let's call that a win.
Oh,
You probably know Boulder pretty well, right, Henry?
I like to think so, officer. Why?
We were hoping you could tell us where to find the Yellow Brick Road Motel.
wir gehen hier einfach raus.
We can't find
Ist
it
am
on our
besten.
maps, and no one seems to know where it is.
You came to...
Did you hear that?
I did. Follow me.
Wo gehst du denn hin?
Do we skip the motel?
We can't. We need to warn the librarian. Those officers said at least 1 hour before their backup arrived. We leave now. We'll get there well ahead of them.
And what about the crew? What do we tell them?
We're all in the same boat. We keep everyone in the loop, and we make the decisions together. It's been a stressful day. The last thing we want to do is cause division. Let's go.
Ma'am, wait.
Ah. Warum
What?
reden die
I'm
immer
very
mit
sorry,
mir?
but I believe you still have the key to the restroom.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Not a problem, ma'am. Easy to forget. You'll want to stay safe out there. Road's getting slippery, and there has been reports of criminal activity in the area. A squad of officers were brutally attacked earlier today, up in the mountains. No suspects yet, unfortunately. And there's been reports from Utah about some altercation with officers in a diner. If those two are in any way linked, the trouble seems to be heading our way. Where did you come from? Did you see anything?
Sir, backup needs you to send them our location again. They went to the wrong station. Seriously, I don't know how they make it anywhere without us.
I'll radio them now. You have a good day, ma'am.
Okay, das war unerwartet stressfrei.
What's going on? Oh, I recognize that face. It's the bad face.
How bad is it?
Theo?
Okay, fine. Justice knows about the library. Soon as their backup arrives, they're on their way there.
Oh, man. Whoa, whoa, how soon is soon?
Soon. But we're ahead of them. We need to get there, warn the librarian, and preferably clean the place out. We can discuss the details on the way there. Viola.
Got it, Theo. Hold on to your hats, people. I'll get us there in a jiffy.
This is it, huh? Looks like a real motel to me.
That's the idea, Sai. Okay, so where do we find the librarian?
Theo didn't know, but it can't be that hard. We got about an hour before Justice gets here, so let's split up to cover more ground. I'll take the front office while someone else checks the rooms.
Right, who goes where, boss?
Ziggy, you're the quickest. Check the rooms and let us know if you find anything.
I'm not phasing through any doors, but I have no problem looking through windows.
Let's check the reception.
How much time do we have, Pax?
The officers said an hour, so maybe a
Schon wieder
Locked.
zu.
God damn, I jinxed it.
Ich habe Probleme mit Türen anscheinend. Wir müssen hier irgendwie rein.
Anyone in there? Hello?
Maybe they're hiding.
Still locked. Sai, this one is all yours.
Oh, I'm going to regret this.
Oh,
Ah, Is that the alarm? Oh shit.
Aber es gibt
How do we shut it
Plus.
off?
Ich check
Look for a
dieses
control
System
panel.
nicht, aber
And
ich
quick.
finde es irgendwie witzig.
This will draw unwanted attention.
Kann man das irgendwie ausschalten?
CT? Viola? Sorry. What do we do?
Someone will have to disrupt the electrical systems behind the panel if the buttons don't do the trick.
Mach das
Sai?
aus.
What do you want me to do?
Sai smash?
Sehr gut.
Hey, look at that. It worked.
I leave you alone for 5 minutes? I thought we were trying to be stealthy.
Find
Entschuldigung.
anything or anyone?
Nope, nothing. No one. Some of the rooms are completely empty. No furniture, no guests. Wait, the librarian isn't in here?
They could perhaps be in one of the locked guest rooms.
Wow, these robots are absolute classics.
Love the design.
Guys, let's focus. Where do we start looking?
Maybe they have records of room occupancy. A guest log.
Coming through.
I've never seen machines like these before.
Most of them were discontinued in the 1980s and 1990s.
This looks like the terminal in La Torre.
I don't expect it to be connected to the weave, but it might contain guest records.
Z, you're good with old hardware.
I mean, I can pull apart a 40-year-old robot PAX, but I am not about to mess with a computer that moms could have grown up with.
Such ich
Looks like
selber.
this is the check-in system, but I don't know how to navigate it.
Oder auch nicht.
Viola, you're, old.
It doesn't have a universal robotic port, but the keyboard will do. Pardon me.
What's taking so long?
It's a purely manual interface. I have to type with my fingers, like a human. Here we go. According to the system, all the rooms are booked, just like the sign says.
Except we just confirmed no one's here.
Every room has a record of guest occupancy, some of them long-term. This goes back years, and there are no vacancies for the next 6 months.
So it's all bullshit then.
A cover. Well, I mean, it is a library.
Let's check all the rooms.
Good evening, valued guests.
Where do we begin?
Z, you check the rooms.
They all look the same to me.
So we bust into all of them until we find something. I've never seen machines like these
Okay, ich
before.
dachte,
Most
sagt
of them
vielleicht was
were
anderes, weil
discontinued in the
irgendwer hat gerade
1980s
geredet.
and 1990s.
Ich guck mal die Zimmer durch.
It's locked.
Wir können ja nicht alle Zimmer aufbrechen.
Locked. Yeah, it's locked. Do these curtains look weird to you?
Those aren't curtains.
Locked.
Echo. Oh, da vorne ist auch ein Echo. Vielleicht da drinnen. Ich probier's mal.
Sai?
Okay. Books on books on books.
Is this the library? If so, it's this.
Okay.
Probably not the main library, but it's a positive
Ich finde hier
sign.
jetzt nichts. Aber im ersten, da ist definitiv ein Echo. Vielleicht ist hier ein Echo.
Sai?
Go down, door. Hey, Pax, got a quarter?
A quarter? Why do you want a quarter?
No reason.
So, hier war es irgendwo rot. Ich glaube bei der ersten Türe. Ich probier's mal.
Sai?
I'm enjoying the mindless destruction. More books.
Ich dachte, ich hätte da irgendwo was gesehen.
Sai?
This does get a bit monotonous.
Hier ist es. Okay, dann gehe ich einfach wirklich jede Türe durch.
Sai?
Ow! Ow!
You okay?
That shit hurt. Oh, what is this made of? This isn't like the other doors.
It's been reinforced. Why would they reinforce this door?
Ja, wahrscheinlich, weil da wer drin ist, aber ich will jetzt da noch weiter gucken, weil hier irgendwo immer ein Echo aufploppt. Hier. Ah, da oben. Das ist aber gut versteckt. Kann ich noch eine Fähigkeit machen? Okay. So, ich will jetzt in diese Türe rein.
Ziggy?
Yeah, okay. I guess we don't have a choice. Oh man, it's too dense. I don't know what this thing's made of, but I can't push through. How about we knock?
Hey, anyone in there? We have an appointment. Dio, Luna, Lottie, any of those names ring a bell?
The librarian must have left.
Hey, anyone in there? We have an appointment. Dio, Luna, Lottie, any of those names ring a bell?
The librarian must have left.
Okay, how about we find a key to this door?
Dann such meinen Schlüssel.
Dirty towel? I can give you a fresh one.
Das redet schon wieder mit uns.
Anyone need a fresh towel? Thought so.
Schlüssel. Ah.
So, all the keys are right there, dangling, just out of reach. Viola, can you get this thing working?
I'll take a look. The central processing core has suffered irreparable damage from a power surge. It needs a functioning core before we can interact with it.
The towel robot is working. Can't we just switch the cores?
Well, these things are not particularly complex, so maybe. They appear to share identical interfaces and operating systems. This might work.
Good evening, valued guest. I'm Lola. Need a towel? I can take your used towel and provide you with a fresh replacement. Here at the Yellow Brick Road Motel, we put our customers first. And that's you, baby.
Good job, Viola. Viola, give me the key to room 3.
Do you have a dirty towel that needs to be exchanged?
It's
for a fresh
mechanically
one?
wired to only work with the requested items. We'll need to feed it what it asks for.
Das heißt, wir brauchen ein Handtuch.
All right, give me one towel, please.
There's a limit of 1 towel per valued guest. Please insert your used towel for a fresh one.
Okay, dann suche ich mal ein Handtuch. Hier muss irgendwann sein.
Lola will take care of all your Thank you for depositing your dirty towel. At the Yellow Brick Road, we have the most exclusive range of fresh towels. Lola's gonna take care of you, Pudding Pop. Which towel would you like today?
I'll take number 3.
Towel number 3. Calming lavender, guaranteed to give you a good night's rest. Great choice, baby cakes, coming right up.
Dankeschön.
Let's hope this gets us into the right room.
That's a good sign.
It's stuck. Sai, can you give this a push?
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god!
Shit. I thought you were Justice. Oh, Christ. I didn't mean to... Hey, let me fix this. I can patch you up.
You don't even think about touching her.
I'm not touching her. I'm gonna talk to her. Weary with toil, I haste to my bed. The dear repose for limbs would travel tired. But then begins a journey in my head to work with my mind when the body's work's expired. For then my thoughts from where I abide intend a zealous pilgrimage to thee, and keep my drooping eyelids open wide, looking on darkness which the blind do see.
What's happening? Huh? What happened?
Okay, gut, sie ist nicht gestorben.
Did I get
Das
shot?
beruhigt mich gerade.
And how did I get unshot?
You're a normal.
I guess I am, yeah.
It doesn't even hurt anymore, just tingles a bit. There's no pain. I should be mad that you shot me, but right now, I'm just grateful you fixed me up again.
I'm real sorry, but I thought it was them. I wasn't expecting you guys to show up.
We don't have a lot of time. Z, go get Theo. I'll help Sai inside and talk to this trigger-happy gentleman.
I'm sorry, Sai. I should have gone instead of you. Eli could have watched girl.
I feel fine, so don't worry about it, I guess.
You can use Vox to heal?
Vox, yeah, but it has to be poetry, unfortunately.
So, you're the librarian, huh? You don't seem like the librarian type.
Librarian, ex-soldier, faith healer, tree hugger, demolitions expert. At your service, Sai. And fucking apologetic.
I thought the weave was all about peaceful resistance. What's with the shotgun?
I got the same philosophy about guns as I do about words. If you can use them to fight fascists, you use them.
We can all get to know each other later. Justice is only a half hour out, and we need to clear this place before they arrive.
I'm aware. There's been activity all across the map today. Lots of libraries sending out distress signals or going dark. I hope you folks got room for one more, because I can't stay here, and I got nowhere to go.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Stop fussing, I'm fucking fine. All healed up. No holes, no scars, and we've got a library to clean up. So let's go.
We can't trust any of the libraries now.
Haben mir ja nur Sorgen
I sent a
gemacht.
message back to La Torre, but I doubt they'll respond.
Good luck getting any answer from anyone. Libraries all over been going dark. Something is definitely going on.
We'll need to change our route.
Time to skedaddle, folks. Won't be long before the Bluecoats show. Theo, you can carry the acoustic coupler. Sai, grab the storage unit on top of the console. If you don't mind.
Got it.
I liked it here. It's a real shame to lose it.
Was soll ich tragen?
Oh, fuck, Mr. Planty. Pax, your hands are empty. Can you do me a favor? My philodendron. I'm not leaving them behind.
Philo what?
Philodendron. My lucky plant.
Sol, I don't think we have time to pick up a plant.
He's in the bathroom, the one with the name tag. This is important to me. It'll only take a minute.
Sure, I'll get your philo plant with the name tag, Mr. Planty.
Are you sure?
It's the least we can do. Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Come on.
Are you the one? Are you the one?
Wie weiß ich jetzt, wer Mr. Planty ist? Aber ich nehme mal an
Are
das.
you the one?
Aber wo soll es denn hinfallen? Bitte sei Mr. Planty. Hm. Nimm auch mit.
Keep the road clear. We don't want to block traffic. And
Oh,
send some guys
nein.
around back, see if there's another exit.
Sir, are you sure about this? It doesn't look very promising.
It does not.
She must be a guest.
Ach, die wollen schon wieder mit mir reden. Wollen die mit mir reden?
Are you staying at this motel, ma'am?
Don't I know you? I believe we met earlier at the station. You left your toy behind.
Wow. I owe you one. I guess it's lucky you went in there after me.
Wie kann sie das
You were
verlieren?
riding with some folks on a bus, an old American Motors Company model. Those are rare, hard to miss. But I don't see it here.
What's your name, ma'am?
Pax.
Pax, huh? That's an unusual name.
You here alone? Where are your friends? Colleagues?
Ma'am, where are your associates?
They're out for a dinner.
Without you. Not hungry?
So what brings you to Boulder?
And why are you carrying a plant?
We're on a road trip. This seemed like a good place to stop for the night.
But where's your bus? And what's with the plant?
We're investigating this motel for illegal activity. I'm sorry, but we'll need you to stay here while we take a look. Kim, on me.
Okay, schnell weg hier. Bitte sei Mr. Plenty.
What the hell was that, Soul? I could have been killed. And all for a plant?
Relax, Buttercup. I waited till you were out of there, and it helped you escape the pigs. I booby-trapped the place when I took over. I told you I'm ex-army and a demolition expert. Oh, it was all for nothing, though. This ain't Mr. Planty.
Seriously? That's what you're worried about now?
Mr. Planty was my emotional support plant. Maybe that sounds stupid to you, but PTSD is no joke.
At least we all...
No. Our new friend sounds upset.
What
It's just a plant, mate. Not a person.
Yeah, but it's Mr. Planty.
We'll get you a new plant. Okay?
Okay.
Like I said, at least we all made it out. Right now, we have bigger things to discuss. So,
War so klar, dass die falsche Pflanze ist.
First La Torre, now Boulder.
Yeah, Salem and Rapid City, too. You can't trust anything west of Chicago. And they could be next.
Aber unser Bus wird langsam eng.
Stop. Any way we can tap into the Weave to get more information? Or talk to Nova Scotia?
Not a chance, champ. The only way to contact the Weave in this region just went up in flames.
So we'll have to get to Chicago and speak with our contact there. All right. We'll make camp, regroup, figure out what to do from there.
So, emotional support plant?
That's right. What about it?
Nothing. I wouldn't mind one of those.
So, how does it work, Sol? You just recite poetry and it heals people?
Exactly that. It helps the body heal itself. Lacerations, stab wounds, bullet holes, even internal bleeding, sometimes. Doesn't work on cancer or dead people, but gunshot wounds are my specialty, thanks to a stint in the Second Civil War.
I'm not sure this is an appropriate discussion in front of the child.
Have we settled on calling her the child now?
Thought it was girl.
Girl works. Simple, easy to remember, albeit a little presumptive.
Because we don't know if she's...
A she.
On that subject, I've been thinking. I asked you to call me Viola, but there's something about that name that doesn't quite sit right. I think it's too conventional. It just conforms to what Justice wanted me to be, like I'm role-playing a character they created. Therefore, I'm going back to CT. For now. After all, that name was given to me by the children I cared for, including Eli. The name has emotional significance.
I'm touched, CT.
But this must all be terribly boring for Girl here. We ought to get ready for bed.
Aw, man, I tell her the best bedtime stories.
Oh je.
Noam, wanna join? Since she's so taken with you. Noam, you okay?
Sorry, I'm...
Warum
Just
ist er immer
thinking.
so abwesend? Ah, es
You go ahead
ist
without
schon
me.
spannend.
Oh, my shoulder is pretty.
My two favorite people hanging out. Are you proposing Theo become your next muse, Sai?
What? No, I don't need a muse. I'm my own muse, okay? I just need inspiration, okay? Not a fucking muse. Like any idea for a drawing, like a person or a portrait. You know, I like to draw people.
Ich lasse sie einfach mal reden.
You're good at it.
Oh, thank you, Theo. Come on,
Ich
Pax,
warte
give me
einfach.
something. Muse me up, bitch.
Maybe you could draw a girl. She'd love that.
You know what? That's an awesome idea, Theo. I can't talk to kids, but I can draw them.
What do we do with the kid? We can't just keep her.
Warum
Well, your
nicht?
plan to leave her at the library went up in smoke. Literally.
What's there to discuss? We bring her with.
It's kidnapping, Pax. The literal definition of the word. But, yeah. Dropping her off somewhere without a guarantee she'll be cared for would be worse.
Oh, bei beiden
We
plus,
can
das
take care
gefällt
of her
mir.
together. Even if it's temporary.
Anyway, so... Oh, my shoulder's pretty fucked after trying to bust through that steel door.
Found these in the mall. Thought of you, Theo.
Oh, ihm
Sandalwood?
gefällt's.
Very nice.
You keep defying all the stereotypes, Theo.
Pax knows me well. I was wound pretty tight working for the Puritans. Took me a while to realize I needed to appreciate the small, materialistic pleasures. I can still appreciate the small things, but luckily, I've got other things keeping me sane.
Can I continue? Oh, my shoulder's pretty fucked after trying to bust...
Noam? Are you okay?
Fine. I'm fine. Just fine.
Oh je, was ist mit ihm?
Noam!
Can they hear me? It doesn't work if they can't hear me.
Their eyes are open. Go ahead.
I had no time to hate, because the grave would hinder me, and life was not so ample I could finish enmity. Nor had I time to love, but since some industry must be, the little toil of love, I thought, was large enough for me.
Jesus. Did I pass out?
It looks like a concussion to me, chap. Headaches? Nausea?
Yeah, but it hasn't been that bad.
Why didn't you say something?
I didn't want to make a fuss. It's fine.
Are you okay?
I passed out, Theo. Clearly not okay, but thanks for your concern.
We care. We all care. A lot.
I know. This is getting awkward. Go away.
Love you too, Noam.
Group hug.
Relishing the fresh Colorado air?
Just trying to look moody and debonair. It's all about the aesthetic.
You had me scared there for a minute.
Who knew massive head trauma could lead to concussions? I blame the Queen of Darkness, my mother, for teaching me to never ask for help. I hope I didn't spook the crew. I've had enough trauma for a lifetime. Talking of trauma, the kid's holding up well, all things considered. Attacked by justice, kidnapped by strangers.
I'm glad she's around. Gives the crew something to care for.
You talk about her like she's a pet. I don't understand how she took to me so quickly. I'm terrible with kids. Maybe if I go back home, I'll change my mind. And the timing's terrible, but I have thought about it. Kids.
I'm the same.
Warum Minus?
Yeah, well, I guess some people aren't quite cut out for it. But you... I thought you might... Oh, never mind.
Ich krieg bei dem immer Minus. Ich bin schon so gespannt, wie es dann endet mit ihm. Die Geschichte meine ich.
Maybe Soul could do something about it.
Kann man einen Song schreiben? Ja.
No more short cons, no more scams. We hit the open road, high on blind hope. I'm bound from the gig grind. We leave it all behind.
Könnte man eigentlich doch üben, weil dann hören wir auch, wie der fertige Song sich anhört. Das würde ich noch gern machen, bevor ich mit den anderen rede.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, der fängt ja düster an.
We took a leap of faith, leaving no trace, escaping the gig grind, looking for a better place. No more shortcuts, no more scams. Breaking away from the past tense, breaking away from the past tense. We hit the open road, high on blind hope, running on illegal fuel. We hit the open road, high on blind hope, chased by them fascist fools. Making our way across a divided nation, making a break from our former station, making our way across a divided nation, making a break from our former station.
Ah, da hätte ich draufbleiben sollen. Wird besser, denke ich.
Listen, kid, don't get...
What are you guys talking about?
The weave. Saul's selling me on the idea that the libraries are the key to this nation's future, and you know what? I think he's right.
I was just saying to your sister, to win this fight, we need to use words, language, information, this and otherwise. That's why I joined the Weave. When I could no longer hold a gun or throw a grenade, this was how I could still play a part. And honestly, it's the winning strategy. To fight justice, we need to turn their weapons against them.
Yeah, how do we do that?
I don't think words will help. The only way to fight justice is to fight them. To take them down one by one. Fight long enough and hard enough, maybe people will see what it takes. Rise up against them. Join the fight.
Well, that's what I thought a lifetime ago. Now, I'm not so sure. So, hey, what's up with that kid, girl? Theo said you found her today?
We did. Well, I guess you could say maybe she found us.
What the fuck is that all about? Who is she? Doesn't she have parents?
We don't know. She was being attacked by Justice, and we couldn't just leave her, so, we took her.
What, like some sort of mercy kidnapping?
Yeah, I guess.
God damn, that's pretty fucked up. Kids shouldn't have to go through shit like that. They need to be protected.
Do you have kids?
A daughter. And an ex-wife. Haven't seen either in... forever. I made my choice when I enlisted. And again when I became a librarian. I don't regret it. Does that make me a monster? I couldn't take care of them and commit to the cause at the same time. As long as I was with my family, every choice I made would be for them, right? And not for the greater good. Ah, fuck it doesn't matter now. You're better off without me.
You know, when
I guess you must really miss your friend, Eli.
I do, but I'll keep looking for her. Sooner or later, I will find her. I have faith. I believe we'll find a way back to each other. After everything Justice did to us, everything she protected me from. Every day, every choice, every action, every mile of highway, it's one step closer to her.
I admire your faith, Eli. And I believe that wherever your friend is now, she's thinking of you too.
I hope so. I hope she hasn't forgotten me. So anyway, you know, when I was a kid...
You've been pretty diligent with that, haven't you?
Man of action for my woman of action?
Yo, that's cool!
Sehr gut. Plus,
My dad gave me one of these. My parents weren't big on pop culture, but they were big on justice. This is like worlds colliding. This takes me back, bro. I mean, I put this little guy in dresses and suits and shit, which is not what Justice or my dad intended. But Mano Action is actually the perfect dress-up doll. Way less creepy than regular dolls.
Anyway, you've been pretty diligent with that,
warum habe
haven't
ich
you?
bei dem immer so viel Minus? Oh, das finde ich so schade.
As I was saying,
So this is what you guys do every night. Sit around a campfire and...
Yes, every time.
They always
Boah, es sind schon so viele.
Did I miss something? What's the joke?
I
So
don't think
cool.
there's a joke. It's just a question every new member of the crew asks on the night of their first campfire. It's sort of a...
Rite of passage.
Annoying fucking habit.
Geez, fine. Forget I asked. Hey, so does this mean I'm part of the crew now?
You and girl. Of course, right?
Sure. Yeah, well, you'll need an official title. So, CT's our driver and cook. Theo's the boss. Sai's the battering ram. I'm the sister, I guess. Eli's the heart, and Noam's... I'm sorry, Noam, but what do you do? Provide cut and commentary to the events of the day, lurk moodily in the periphery, elegantly smoke cigarettes, and I'm the ex, I guess. Wait, why are we framing Pax as the protagonist here?
She did bring us all together.
Fine, Pax is our protagonist, and Girl's the kid. She's got that role down pat. So what are you, Saul? What do you bring to your new position as crew member?
Well, shit, if you put it like that, I guess I'm the fucking healer. But I can also drive, cook, be sarcastic, build explosive booby traps. I'll earn my keep somehow. Don't you guys worry about that.
Hey, do we know if girl has any allergies or dietary restrictions?
Our food is generally inoffensive and contains few common allergens.
And if things go tits up, I think I can fix anaphylaxis with some choice verses from Sylvia Plath. Ezra Pound, if it's serious.
Does anyone know any bedtime stories? I only know Rider folktales, and those are probably a little bloody for a preteen.
I have an extensive library of classic children's stories.
Just stay away from Shakespeare, okay? Unless you want her to pass out from boredom.
Isn't that sort of the point?
Fair enough. Shakespeare it is.
Und jetzt? Kann ich schlafen gehen? Ja.
Sol's right about the libraries. We need to change our route. Worst case scenario, all the libraries have been raided, and we're on our own.
Where would we go?
Let's take a look at the map. Together. We were supposed to go straight north on 85, stopping in Rapid City, and then east on I-90.
Okay, jetzt ist soweit, jetzt müssen wir die Route ändern.
But with no way to connect with Nadia, we can't risk it. And even if the Rapid City library is still standing, we'd be cutting it close. We lost a lot of time today. We could still go through the Dakotas, circumventing Rapid City, passing Minneapolis before Chicago, but...
We could hug the border to the territories, stay south of Rapid City and restock in Minneapolis.
We could, but I'm worried about riders. They run rampant in the southern territories, and since we have a child with us now... As for going further north, that's the literal Wild West. Forget about riders. There are other clans up there. It's too unpredictable. Not to mention that neither route fits our timeline. If there's even one roadblock, we're screwed. And the other option is to go south into New Mexico and from there through Oklahoma and St. Louis before Chicago, but that's a long detour.
What about the southern route? We're used to deserts.
We'd have to leave the Republic, cross into Colombia before re-entering the Republic. That's a lot of risk for dubious benefits. And it would take a long time. Too long. We'd have to communicate with Nova Scotia. And I don't know how to do that now.
So, how about...
the Great Plains Exclusion Zone. It's... talk about unpredictable and dangerous. Also, the Ashes is permanently closed for civilian traffic. Only trucks and justice vehicles are allowed on I-70 with multiple armed checkpoints.
Didn't Soul say something about a road further north running parallel with I-70? One without checkpoints and... Lebanon.
Route 36. Runs straight through, Lebanon, Kansas. The midway point between West and East, back when there were 50 states. I don't think that town exists anymore. It's all just,
Okay, jetzt wird's schon wirklich spannend.
Max?
Sorry, Theo. I got caught up in... What do you know about the Ashes?
Same as you, probably. The Great Plains Exclusion Zone. Just a dust bowl now. The dust bowl. Constant storms, terrible visibility. Supposedly the site of Black Ops experiments, at least, according to the conspiracy theorists. The interstate's monitored by justice. And the other highways haven't been maintained since everyone left in the 1990s. It's uninhabitable.
Are the Ashes completely off limits?
Nothing. No one does. It's a black hole. Ever since the Great Drought of the 90s, people migrated in the hundreds of thousands, west, east, away from the sandstorms. The land became arid. Temperatures rose, the scorching hot winds ravaged what was left. It's a dead zone. Uninhabited, uninhabitable, lifeless, lethal.
That's our route.
Were you not listening?
What other option do we have, Theo? We're behind schedule. The other routes are not viable, and the zone's uninhabited. We pass through undetected.
You seriously want to do this, Pax?
Dead serious.
Okay. Then we need to move tonight. It'll take close to 12 hours to drive through, and we can't do it in the dark. We need to pass the edge of the zone by sunrise to maximize the daylight. I'll tell the others.
Okay, ich muss sagen, es ist wirklich spannend und ich werde hier jetzt eine Pause machen, weil ich glaube, das Video ist schon relativ lang und ich freue mich schon auf das nächste Video, damit ich weiß, wie es weitergeht. Ich hoffe, ihr auch und wir sehen uns.